You bought mobile proxies, you connected them, and then your account started disappearing. This happens to literally everyone at first, and the assumption is always the same. The proxy is bad, or I got unlucky, or the platform just randomly decided to ban me. None of those are true. What's actually happening is something most people don't understand. Proxies alone create a false sense of security. They change your network location, yes, but that's only one of about 20 things platforms check. Here's the mental model that's hurting you. You think proxies protect you by hiding your identity. They don't. You still have an identity. What they do is change where your traffic appears to come from. That's it. And if everything else about your identity doesn't match that location, you're getting flagged. Let me walk you through the 4 main reasons accounts get banned even when using proxies. And I'm going to list them in order of severity, because the first one matters way more than the others. Ban reason number 1, fingerprint mismatch. This is the killer. This is the number 1 reason I see accounts go down, and it's not even close. Your browser fingerprint is essentially your device's identity signature. It includes your screen resolution, your operating system version, your browser version, fonts installed, plugins enabled, time zone, language, canvas fingerprinting data, this whole collection of information that makes your device unique. Here's what happens. You set up a profile in your anti-detect browser. You connect it to a proxy IP that's in Singapore. Cool. But your profile's browser version is set to Windows 11 with Chrome version 120. While the Singapore mobile carrier network typically shows device profiles running Android version 13 with Chrome version 125. Platforms run fingerprint checks constantly. They see this mismatch and they flag it. Desktop fingerprints coming from mobile IPs, older browser versions from networks where most traffic is current. These inconsistencies pile up. And the worst part? You might not get banned immediately. The account might survive for a few days or even weeks. Then one day the platform does a deeper audit of that account, sees 6 months of impossible fingerprints, and terminates it retroactively. You don't know why. Ban reason number 2, browser entropy and signature issues. Browser entropy is the idea that real user devices vary wildly. One person's browser is slightly different from another's, but with anti-detect browsers, if you're not careful, you're creating profiles that are too perfect, too consistent, too clean. I've seen people create profiles with absolutely perfect entropy data, perfect consistency, perfect synchronization, and that's actually suspicious. Real devices are messy. Real users have weird font combinations, odd plugin configurations, slightly outdated software running alongside new software. If your profile is too pristine, if the fingerprint entropy data is too mathematically perfect, it looks like a generated fingerprint, not a real device. Platforms have started looking for this. The fix here is intentional imperfection. Your profile should have small inconsistencies that make it believable. Not broken, just human. Ban reason number 3, time zone and locale conflicts. You're in Singapore, your proxy IP is in Singapore. Your profile time zone says Singapore. That part is good. But your language is set to English USA, your content preferences are set to US interests. You're accessing google.com instead of google.com.sg. Platforms see this and they know something's off. A person in Singapore with a Singapore IP would naturally be using google.com.sg. They'd have their language set to something appropriate for Singapore. They'd be searching for Singapore relevant content. If your time zone is Singapore but your locale is USA, that's a misalignment. It's not always an instant ban, but combined with other signals, it adds up. Similarly, if you're running a campaign in Brazil and your proxy is Brazilian, but your time zone is set to UTC or Eastern Time, that's another mismatch. The platform notices. Ban reason number 4, automation patterns. This is the one everyone knows about, but few people actually prevent. You're behaving like a bot. Are you liking 100 photos a minute? Are you following 50 accounts in 5 minutes? Are you commenting the exact same message on every post? Are you posting at 3 a.m. from a profile that claims to be in a country where it's 3 p.m.? Platforms see this and they flag it. Even with a perfect proxy setup, if you're behaving like a script, you're getting caught. Automation patterns are incredibly easy to spot. Real users have inconsistent behavior. They might scroll for 30 minutes without doing anything, then suddenly like 5 photos, then pause for an hour. They might post a comment and then not post again for 3 days. They have breaks, interruptions, moments of inactivity. If every single action is perfectly timed and perfectly consistent, it's robotic. Now here's the part that matters. These 4 reasons don't exist in isolation. Platforms don't ban on a single signal. They correlate multiple signals. You might get away with a slight fingerprint mismatch. You might get away with one time zone inconsistency. but get fingerprint mismatch plus time zone mismatch plus automation patterns plus using a new proxy, and suddenly the account is flagged. Platforms run what I call weak signal correlation. They gather dozens of weak signals, small inconsistencies, minor misalignments, and when the total weight gets heavy enough, they act. So here's the correct mental model. Stop thinking about accounts and proxies. Start thinking about identities. Each identity is a complete package. It's a person with a location, with preferences, with a device, with behavior patterns. All of those need to align with each other and with the IP location. When you think of it that way, suddenly the problem becomes clear. You're not trying to hide yourself with a proxy. You're creating believable identities that exist in specific locations and behave realistically. One identity per account, one aligned profile per identity, one IP location per profile. And here's the thing about mobile proxies specifically. They increase your tolerance for these small misalignments. A mobile proxy from a real carrier network has higher inherent trustworthiness than a data center proxy or residential proxy. Platforms trust mobile IPs more, but that doesn't mean they give you immunity. It means your identity can be slightly less perfect and still survive. Your time zone can be slightly off, your fingerprint entropy can be slightly off, but they still need to be fundamentally aligned. A mobile proxy is not a get out of jail free card. It's a boost to your baseline trust level. You still need to create believable identities. That's why accounts get banned even with proxies, and that's what you need to fix.